So my name is Aisha Mahadelle, and I am from Somalia originally. I have been in Malaysia in the past 3.5 years. I arrived here in 2022, the end of it. My experience so far has been interacting with locals quite a lot. Actually, like my experience did not start in a city place or so on. It started from a very small city in Kedah called Alostar, which I believe it made the experience better and more like to be more engaging with the community and so on. That is basically, I'm 22 years old. I'll be turning 23 soon, and I major in politics and international relations, and I'm on my final year and final semester.
Okay, thank you for the introduction. Now, if you may, we are going to move to the first question. How would you describe your experience in intercultural communications since studying in Malaysia so far?
So when it comes to intercultural studies in Malaysia, it's quite different. Like my experience, I can say it has been different because of in the university I am in, we have uh, people that come from different 65 different countries. So you can imagine like how the intercultural experiences and changes of culture has been in my studies. Because in my class alone, like we are nine, but we all come from different countries. So that's basically it's bit when we it comes to Malaysia and the Malaysians also. I have studied with Malaysian as well, and I can say like it was a good experience because of people have different perspectives, different ways of thinking. Especially like those who come from Kada, or you can say like someone that comes from Sarawak or Sabah, you can tell the different how they think and how they approach topics and so on.
Thank you. So, academically, have you find it hard or easy to perform?
Academically, yes, I would say as well. This could be like maybe a little bit experience on my own university, like in Malaysian sitting in our university, like the course structure and the things that provided is it's really easy. Like it's something that you can follow directly, and our teachers are quite helpful regarding that. And when it comes to, of course, we face quite a lot of challenges, like understanding to at first, or when we have like group assignments as well how it's not that easy to navigate to work with other people from different countries. If let's say someone that comes from Bangladesh or someone that comes from Malaysia or comes from Somalia, we are in one group, and you can just imagine like, oh, this topic. Okay, we should take my country as example. No, we should take mine as example like that. So you can just imagine like the challenges or things like that. But the the good part about it at the end of the day, the outcome is like it's very understanding.
Okay, so moving on to the next question. So, how do people from other cultures usually respond to a direct way of expressing opinions or ideas? For example, do they seem comfortable with it? Are they surprised or are they just reserved?
I mean, like that also it depends on the scope of the topic or it depends on the discussion about it. Like let's say for example in our university, we have people that come from a lot of different countries, as I said, and the living conditions for for in the hostel is not the best thing for some of us, and some of us on the other hand are okay with it because of they don't have no complaints regarding it and so on. So when it comes to like expressing your opinions, it's basically like have you expressing is something that like deeply affecting your daily lives, or it's something that like you can adjust with it and living with it. Like let's say you have to live in the same home with four people, and for some people it's something that's very hard to digest at the beginning, but for others it can be like, "Oh, I grew up with a lot of siblings, like I used to sleep in the same room with a lot of people, like I really don't mind that." So but at the end of the day it goes back to like how you express this thing, because of some people genuinely cannot live with four people, like they cannot adapt into that life. So expressing to it into different cultures, it's not this person is hating on this person that's from another country or from a specific culture, but they just simply did not get used to it. And if this person is not ready for a change, or or like how to adapt in a new life. Of course, it's gonna be very like very hard to express and so on. And of course, it will not be comfortable to have these conversations with the admission or whatever, like the students in the content department and so on.
Now, for the next question, what are some of the cultural behaviors that you find hard to adapt to when interacting with Malaysians or people from other cultures?
Oh, this can be about food. Can I say yes? Yeah, it's very hard when it comes to eating with Malays or like in other countries. How to even to come into agree to eat in a specific place. Like when you have a Malaysian friend, okay, they will tell you, okay, Jom, let's have a nasi lemak or nasi kandar lah. But who eats nasi kandar every day? But this is no hating on nasi kandar, okay? No problem. No, it's nothing and that is amazing, but it's not a food to be eaten every day, in my opinion. And when we come to that thing, like the Malaysian friends are like I have, or like you can see other people like they like okay, jump every day rice, every day like this thing also goes for other people from other countries as well. Like for example, just like in my friend circle group, like I have friend from Israel and I have friend from Palestine, and we struggle like to discuss to agree on where to eat. So this doesn't go only to Malays or so on, but in general, when people come from different country, like that it can be one of the challenges as well. That
That was that was a great answer. We didn't really expect that, but it's okay. We love your answer. For the fourth question, do you feel that your natural communication style, such as being expressive or speaking rapidly, quickly, has ever been misunderstood as over-eagerness rather than attentiveness?
yes, yes, that happened quite a lot. Like especially like in our I work with our university like the department because I serve as a vice president for the student representative council, and whenever you are discussing with the staff of the university and so on, like they're like speak slowly, slowly. I cannot understand. I'm like I'm speaking like in a natural way, but and some of them even think like you are yelling at them or something like that. I'm like, no, I'm not yelling. I'm just like this is just how we talk. But it's also understandable because of like for us, like most of us that come from Africa, we tend to have more like our tone to be naturally to be like louder compared to others. But and Malays, on the other hand, like it's different. Like they speak very calmly, like like every time like that. So so you can so you can imagine like how the communication like I have faced quite a lot of trouble with that. Even one staff told me like no, oh, you're speaking very fast, calm down lah. I'm like I'm not speaking very fast. It's just like that's how I speak. And some of them think like you are being rude or you don't want to. You just want to get rid of this job or whatever. Like you are getting rid of them like that. So I basically feel that this is personal experiences.
So, based on your answer, may we know how you have overcame those differences in ways of communication?
Actually, like this is a good question because of it's something that like I actually adjusted it when talking to Malays. Let's say like I tend to speak like in very family like they, no not the ones that I know very well. Like for example, my roommate know I still yell the way that I want, but when I'm talking like to someone that informal way or so like I just adjusting to their level of talkingness of understanding is the way that I've overcome it. And this doesn't work only like in Malaysia as well, in other like other languages as well, in other of friends of mine I have like it just depends on whenever you see like you are having a trouble like communicating with this person regarding of like something that or maybe this person speaks very fast, I cannot even understand their dialect or so on. Like, it's something that like you can fix it you can do it immediately. That's the thing that I've done. Like, it's something that I can fix it directly. Like, okay, communicating. Oh, you don't like me talking fast? Okay, I talking very slow. Don't worry, no problem. Yeah.
We do admit that we are having some time to adapt to your way of speaking, but having talked to you before, we are ready, more ready. Okay.
I hope I'm not speaking fast right now, but I'm trying my best to speak slow.
It's okay. Just speak however you may feel comfortable. Okay. Are you ready for the next question?
Yeah, let's go.
Can you describe a situation where your expressive communication style helped or hindered understanding, both negative and positive experiences?
Okay, as I mentioned to you, like, I did quite a lot of work with the Malaysians, like in the staff way, the staff not way. Excuse my language. So they have, like, this of way, like, wanting to do things very quickly, like, hey, Jom, let's do it right now. Like, okay, they tell you tonight, tomorrow morning, Aisha, make sure that you bring this to the office. Or Aisha, like, make sure that you take out the from the office, like, pick it up tomorrow at this hour. And when you don't come on time, or say like you have a class, they like, oh no, you don't want to do this, you don't want to work, blah blah. But, like, communication, like, that's what I mean, like, when I say like adjusting to the way that you can see this person can adapt on your communication level, is the best way of meeting them. If you can see, like, no, this person, they work quite a lot. Okay, I'm a student, but they work, like, no, more than me. So you can tell, like, the stress, and also, like, the communication. This is their style. That's how they communicate with others. Although, like, if they are not ready to fix it, I'm ready to adjust into that. So because at the end of the day, I'm the international person who, like, came to here. And it's just like, I just mean, it's not going to take some time for me, like, just, okay, saying, like, informing in advance, saying like, okay, I cannot pick this up, I have a class, or, like, after saying, like, and I understand, like, in the Malays, like, if you say sorry, it's okay. Like, that's it. Like, others might think, like, okay, like, if you saying sorry, it really doesn't matter. But when it comes to communicating with Malaysia, I just for, like, quite a lot. It says that if you just apologize that you cannot do something, or you cannot, like, you're good to go. Like, it's just like, if you talk to them into direct manner, that's what I would say. Like, it's not people, like, you can expect them to understand. I'm not saying, like, it's slow or what. No, I'm saying that it's just like people who expect things to be told, to be said. So this can be both a negative and positive. But yeah, for me, like, it's both a good thing, because of I'm quite also learning, like, how to adjust my communication, and how, because this will also, like, later on, if I go to another country after I finish my studies, it will also, like, come in quite handy, so I can immediately grasp into another way of communication or whatever. So
Okay, so for the final question, based on your experience, what advices would you give to avoid misunderstandings among peers from different cultural backgrounds?
this one comes to, like, misunderstanding between people who come from different countries. It's really, like, something that I have experienced quite a lot, like, even in the campus, in outside of the campus, or whatever it is. Because of, you have in our campus, as I mentioned earlier, like, we have people that come from a lot of different countries here. So it's not going to be like the perfect thing that you agree with Indonesian person, Syrian person, Somali person, like, but it's almost impossible, because of the diversity alone, like, is what makes these people, like, different. Like, okay, this person can, something that I'm seeing quite normal can be seen like crazy thing to be done in another, like, in another country, or this person feels, what you are even doing, like, that's not how things are done. So the advice that I will give is, like, to be open, to be open to learn and understand others. Because the more that you are eager to learn about why, it's not like, why isn't this person thinks like that? Oh, your culture is rich, like, why it's like that? No, it's just like being ready to learn and to understand, like, the other people's perspective is the best way to solve misunderstandings between peers, or, like, people who come from different countries, I would say.
That was a very elaborate answer. And we know that it would be
Yeah,
helpful.
thank you.
We love the answer actually. Because as people who strive to go to other countries also, that will be very helpful for us.
Yes.
This has been a lovely session. Thank you, Aisha.
Thank you.
You're welcome, guys. All the best with your assignments.